Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to the beginning of the third season in my lower league management playthrough in Football Manager 2016 with FC United, and it has been a really big pre-season, but it's been a good one, most definitely. And before I go into the transfers, which I'm really excited to show you, the signings I've made this season, just go into the board overview for a second, because as you can see, we asked the board if we could improve our training facilities, and they did agree, so that's in progress right now, and it's going to be completed just before the end of November. Short time frame because obviously from the beginning we don't have the best training facilities, so even the next level we are upgrading it to, it's only going to cost like 90k or something like that, the board said, so it's still not absolutely amazing, but nonetheless improving, and hopefully we'll be able to attract better players to the club. Also relay pitch, we did that, so in anticipation for the upcoming season. That's going to be really good, I hope, for us. And the football we can play, hopefully will be good. And I guess in 2D pitch, you won't really be able to tell. But yeah, it should allow us to play some good football. And yeah, a good place to come. And maybe we'll attract more people to come through the gates. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if there will be impact. Anyway, senior affiliate is Peterborough now. Unfortunately, we couldn't have two at the same time. We had Millwall previously. I thought I could add to that. But the board just thought if we got a new one, we'll let go of Millwall. I thought I would have had both, but yeah, nonetheless, they're good to have. At least we have one decent affiliated club that will pay us yearly. I'll just go into the view affiliate, so you know the deal. Annual fee, you can see about 12,000, just over 12,000, so that's pretty decent. We can get players on loan from them for free, so we don't have to pay their wages, so that's pretty decent. But anyway, now's the exciting time you all wait for. I know these are probably, maybe with the region youth intakes, right up there. My first episode of a new season where I go through transfers. I really, really enjoy it. So these are the transfers of the previous season. Maybe if you look at the latter stages, players, not really anyone you didn't know coming in, but maybe players we let go of, so you know, yeah, they're not joining the team again. We let go of some big names, really. Martin Slocum, not really a big name, but we didn't really give him a chance probably, but he was just kind of a backup player in case we got injuries at left back. Jerome Wright, he was a big player to let go of. He's a fan favourite, so they were a bit disappointed, but I don't think he was the quality for us. But that's a subject we're probably going to touch on as well. And Scott Cheatham, yeah, again, a couple players that didn't really make an impact. But these are the transfers we have made. We didn't really let go of too many players. I guess we did because we did a lot towards the latter stages of the previous season, so that's understandable. Luke Higham, I was really disappointed that he wanted to leave. So I didn't just let go of him. He actually didn't want to renew his contract, which is fair play to him. In his profile before, yeah, he doesn't say it anymore, but he said he wants, you know how it says they want to win a competition? He said he wants to win the conference. So he wants to win a competition that's one league above us. So it's understanding that he wants to move on, but is he that quality? He wasn't that amazing for us. Maybe has the potential to be, but his current ability, as the report says, is Vanarama Conference North, the league we are in. So I'm not sure if he's he thinks he's a bit better than he actually is, but we're going to leave him behind. He wasn't absolutely a must for us. He was an okay player, but he definitely didn't do amazing. Dominic Roma, won't click on him, no point. You know what he was about. Tom Marshall, the other centre-back as well. He didn't play too much for us, but he's moved on to Ashton United. They offered him a contract, and we let him go because I was looking at more options. As you can see, we brought in players, and also Michael Powell, you know him as well. He was just getting a bit older, so we let him go. He was going down in his attributes, and he never truly made a huge impact. But hopefully you'll see through the signings I've made, and in addition to the players we have already, don't forget, general players we had, we kept on. These players adding to our previous players, I'm really excited for this upcoming season. This is the first season now with FC United. I honestly believe I can get promoted. I do. I honestly believe we've got the quality, maybe not to finish first, but at least fight for a playoff position. I'm 100% convinced that we have the quality, at least, to fight for that. So first signing we did make was Aaron O'Driscoll, ex-Man City youth player. He signed before for Cherry Orchard. He was the first team he was at as a youngster, then moved to Man City. So he would have decent potential being a Man City player. Obviously, to maybe be around League 1 or League 2. Unfortunately, he did pick up an injury, though, a pulled hamstring, which he's recovering from. So hopefully, he'll be able to come back from that and become a good player for us. Because if you go to the reports, you can see he is right up there with our other decent central midfielders. You see a lot of other players we have as well, but he's right up there. And because of his age, only 18, he's only going to be getting better. Obviously, great long shot taker, but he's only got 3 finishing, so I'm not quite too sure how good he'll be at long shots if his finishing's only 3. But passing is good, teamwork very important. But he's going to keep progressing, and that's what I'm excited about with him. He's only 18 and doesn't turn 19 until April of next year. So a long way to go in his career. The next up on the same day, we did sign Billy Simpson and talk about improving the quality, which I was a bit doubtful I could do. I reckon this guy comes in and does exactly that. He joined, it looks like he's been at the club for 2 seasons, but he hasn't quite because he joined officially before the next season has begun. And you go coach report, and he's our best right back technically, but I did sign him as a centre back, and as you can see there, he's equal with Joe Kearns and Ed Harris, another player we signed. You see Stuart Kerr as well. I'll give you an update on him, how he's actually going down, but sometimes that does happen in the preseason. I expect him to continue to develop this upcoming season. But Billy Simpson, he's a good player. For this division, he's a good centre-back, can play right-back as well, and I do really want to mould him into a centre-back, even though he's natural as a right-back as well. Minahan has been coming along nicely, and he's got that position to himself, so he's got really well-rounded attributes, doesn't he? He doesn't have too many lower attributes that are important for a centre-back especially. He's got, there's like 8s and 9s, and then he's got those good attributes. So I'm really excited about this guy, and he's only 21. So give him game time, he's going to be progressing. Ben Clark as well, another centre-back actually. He's 34 years old, so you can see that experience in him. Also got him as an under-18s manager. If you remember David Birch, who had that role, but we let him go so we could sign this guy, and because we could get him on a non-contract, only play him, or pay him, I should say, when he plays. Got a bit of a goal bonus there, but I don't think he'll step up for a lot of goals, unless from the corners. His tackling's only 8, so working on that specifically, apart from the tackling. But group with all those other attributes looks really good, and he's determined. Determination 14, leadership 16. That's something I wanted to bring into the club as well, especially in defense. That's what I want to see. And then also for an attacking player, we have signed Jafet Mata. I'm not sure how to pronounce his first name exactly, but he is from Congo. That is, DR Congo. So he's a decent player, he looks like. Can play a lot of positions potentially. He's only natural in one position, but maybe we could train him. He could go all the way to play left back, and considering he has 11 tackling, he wouldn't be terrible, I'd like to think. So, do you think striker would be his best position? Obviously, it would be target man, but again, I'm training him advanced forward, which I don't think he'll be terrible at. With his attributes he does have, because he does seem like a good finisher and everything like that. Not just a tall. He's not even that tall. He's only 178 centimeters, just because he's a bit decent in the air. He's naturally fit. Of course, he's not really pacey, but that natural fitness would make him a bit quicker than it would seem. Like, he's a fit player. Like, just how he is. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. I guess his physique. I guess, and his athleticism. That's probably, more of what it is. How he is as an athlete. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll move on. His report. He's a good player for this division. We've got a few other strikers, or we've still kept on, and he's on the same level with them. Again, I talked about that 18-year-old, didn't I? O'Driscoll. And Mata, he's only 19 as well. So those young guys who are as good as the other players we have, but because they're only going to get better, that's the scary thing. And he was actually at Manchester United. Funnily, his name is Mata, and then he moved on to Rochdale, where he obviously not in this game. He started at Manchester United. I mean, just in real life. So yeah, maybe still holding on to some decent potential, and by decent potential, maybe good enough to be like a League 2 or League 1 player. I'd like to think with a bit of luck. And then also we signed Ed Harris. From Solihull Moors, Solihull Moors, he was previously at. So he's been at this level for a couple seasons, not just in real life, of course he has, but then he's shown for a couple seasons. He's not amazing, but he hasn't got terrible. That's not a terrible average rating for a defender. He scored 3 goals as well, so shows he's capable of that. But he looks really good, doesn't he? Yeah, exactly. He comes in as our best rated centre-back of our assistant manager's judgment anyway. He's a good player. Like, this is the kind of centre-back, and all the centre-backs I signed as well, really. If I go to the report once again, Billy Simpson, those 2 guys are quality I felt I lacked in previous seasons. Look at those higher attributes he does have, both physically with the strength and then the jumping reach, and 9 pace is not terrible as well. That doesn't make him a slow player, especially and conference level football, but then mentally really, really strong. Another player with decent determination and leadership we are going to have at the back. And talking about that, in Sam Walker, who is actually our new captain because he has 18 determination and 16 leadership. Technically, he's probably not our best central midfielder, but I guess he's one of the best. Judging off that, you're going to wait to see Ryan Rainey. Yeah, you think he must be pretty decent. He's better than Jack Phillips, apparently, who killed it. But again, he's a good player for most Vanarama Conference North sides. We'll go to history. He actually started in the conference for FC Halifax, and obviously they went on to get relegated. You look at his average rating, wasn't the best, but he did play a full season. I guess he only started 11 league games, came off the bench, but he was still a big part of their team. And then in the North, the Vanarama Conference North, he started a bit more, 25 starts, you can see there, 4 starts in the Cup as well, and he almost got a 7 average rating for the season, went very close to that. So for a team of our expectations and everything like that, he's going to be a good player. And just before I forget about it completely, the confidence from the board, we'll go to the competitions, and then we'll go to details. The minimum expectation is just to avoid relegation once more. That is not increasing by the board. So that's a good thing for me, I guess, because we definitely have a team to finish mid-table. We've shown that the last couple of years, but yeah, the team's improving now, I'd like to think. And if we go to the club, you can see the media prediction is 14th. They actually dropped down 1 from last season because we finished lower than we did in the previous season. So that's a good thing, I suppose. Less pressure on me. But yeah, Sam Walker comes in as the captain for this season because of his great leadership and determination. And again, with the balance attribute. And maybe marking a bit lower 5 than Flair. But yeah, then he's got some, decent attributes. He's a good free kick taker as well. Dictates tempo. He's got that experience in him. So hopefully, he could be a decent player. But Ryan Rainey, this season, only 20 years old as well. And he could also play right back if needed, and desperately, if needed, centre back. But I probably, wouldn't play him there because of his height and his aerial ability. Not really relevant. He's a central midfielder. And you can see that we're training the central midfielder role. First touch needs to be improved, I think, because that's an important attribute, and it's a bit lower than some of the other attributes are important and that he is good at, obviously. But yeah, we go to his history. He came from Wolves. Obviously, he didn't play any games at all. He just came through the youth academy of a championship team, so that's pretty decent. And you can see, I'm not sure if he's as good as Jack Phillips or even better, even though his report is suggested. But he doesn't have, he's another with not too many lower attributes, like dribbling, or that dribble. I'm going to think about that for a bit, for his dribbling, because I'm training him central midfielder, and if we go to development training, that's not one of the attributes worked on. First touch is actually, I'm going to work on that dribbling, even though the first touch was recommended. I just didn't really notice that so much. So yeah, I'd like to think, even though it isn't an important attribute, dribbling is an important attribute, especially for a midfield player. I don't mean advanced dribbling, but just how you control the ball. That's probably, I guess, maybe with technique slightly. It's probably the closest attribute to be ball control, really. So hopefully yeah, that can improve, if anything. But apart from that, yeah, he's a really good player and a great signing, I'd like to think. And here, this is where we got a player on loan, Mohamed Saeeds. He's on loan from Barnsley. He's been there for a couple seasons, so coming through the youth academy, 18 now, and I really desperately looked for a left winger. The wingers were the hardest position to find. You look, I brought in great defenders, great centre-backs, and some central midfielders. The attacking players were hard to find, and because I was kind of looking for a specific role, and I couldn't even get it with this guy, because you're going to see our new tactic. We're playing with inside forwards, and he's left-footed, unfortunately, and you see his right foot is weak, but he's a quality player. He's got decent attributes. We also signed James Catton, who's also another attacking midfielder on the left side, another winger. But this guy's got potential to be a League 2 left winger in the future. So hopefully that potential can shine through. And he's already suited to be in this division, so he's good enough already. Not like he has potential to. His potential to be better, most definitely. But hopefully that potential will shine through. Again, some decent attributes that he does have. Again, the other left winger we did sign is James Catton. I signed him because of his finishing ability, and he's right-footed. I look for that specifically. Maybe there would have been slightly better players, like their technical ability or their overall ability. But because he was right-footed and with 11 finishing as well, I think he would be a force to be reckoned with. And, well, he comes in as our best player for a left winger anyway. So, he will be played as an inside forward, and he will be better as an inside forward because he is right-footed and right only as well. And he's a really good height for a winger as well, 191 centimeters. Physically, he's okay, but he's not really pacey or anything. 10 pace and 12 acceleration is not terrible, but jumping reach of 15, along with being 191 centimeters. If he ever gets a headering opportunity, he could head one home. Solid finishing as well. So I'm very intrigued to see how this guy goes. Obviously, he used to play for Shrewsbury. I actually had him in my Shrewsbury career mode I did in FIFA 15, wasn't it? So I definitely remember his name. And he is hopefully going to make an impact for us. Played in this division last season. Didn't have too much of impact. Scored 2 goals and got 2 assists in the league, only from 8 starts. So that's not terrible. Maybe if you could see that even out for the whole season, maybe he could have scored something like 6 or 7 and assisted in the same light. But I'm excited about him. Again, he has a lot of those balance attributes. As you can see, a lot of 8s and 7s technically, and then he's got the finishing of 11. How about that? Pretty good. And next up, if you've been subscribed to me for a while and watched my lower league management series, we've got a legend back for us, Dan Ball, who came from Bath City. And he's a guy who always does well in terms of ratings. For whatever reason, the scout I got from him, the scout report, and also the assistant report, it's terrible, really. That's really, really poor. And you look, we don't really have a good left back, but we're training Andrew Fox to play there opposed to left midfield, because we're not using a left midfielder anymore, we're using a left winger. And Andrew Fox was great last season, so hopefully he can adapt to play that role for us. But Dan Ball, he always does well, and to me, he looks the same, really, in terms of attributes. Of course, he's gotten a couple years older, and because we've played a few seasons in now, but he's always been a defender, or a fullback, that performs well. He's one of the best players in the team. Whenever I've been Bath City anyway, I was a couple seasons since I did FM14, FM15. I did lower league management at Bath City, and he was a consistent fullback, and he showed that again. Only played 17 games, started 13, and then he had 4 cup games, 4 cup appearances, which he didn't do too well in, if we're being honest. But still, for the season, got over average rating of 7, and that's something I'm used to seeing with him. And he's another with a lot of higher attributes, not too many lower ones, if I'm honest. Look, lower attributes, pen taking, long shots, finishing, nothing too relevant. He's got a lot of 9s and 10s, even 11 for crossing, 9 for dribbling. So he's still decent. And maybe leave in your comments if you remember him, and how do you like it? Dan Ball. I'm managing him once again. Regardless of what his report says, I think he's a fantastic fullback for this division anyway. He can play left back and centre back, very important. We did need a left back after Higham didn't want to sign a new contract. This is another winger. I talked to you about the wingers we might have a problem with signing. Well, I did have a problem with signing someone decent. And we've signed Wayne Brooksby. And the first thing you probably would look at is his wages. He's on 1.1k. Sure, that's a lot, and it's probably, if you compare to the other players in our team, well, he's probably one of our better players, because you can see that, look, attacking midfielder, well, that's right midfielder, but then attacking midfielder right, better than the rest we had. That's why I needed to improve that position. He's a good player for most Vanarama Conference sides, or Vanarama Conference North sides. And he played in the conference for the past 2 seasons. Of course, wasn't absolutely amazing, but he was a starting player, especially the previous season. He started 37 games. The next season, moves on to Macclesfield. He started only 16. But he still was playing in the next division above. So he's going to be really good, I like to think. And he's quicker. If you compare to the other players, we have, 13 pace, natural fitness 14 as well. I talked about natural fitness before. And also acceleration. That's 13, but then he's got some decent technicals. Crossing, dribbling, passing, and technique are all 11. Finishing 8, not terrible as well. But of course, wanting him to play as an inside forward, maybe he could play on the left side as well. But we really need him to play on the right, I think, because he is going to cut in and... if he's still, you can still use your right foot, even though you're an inside forward. So, yeah, don't forget about that as well. He probably still will use his right foot on occasions. Don't forget. He doesn't have to be forced to use his left foot, even though he's playing an inside forward role. But value 20k, and I'll be honest, I probably did overpay slightly on his wages, but that's to get someone really important for the team in, and because we have that wages available, and like the past seasons, we've always had that extra money available, so we might as well overpay slightly for a player to get a player like him in. That's going to be important and maybe could help our chances for promotion this upcoming season. So we will finally get into the game. I feel I did go pretty in-depth, but as I mentioned, I do really like this kind of episode, like of a new season. We only had 4 friendly games coming up to the season, so we'll see the players' fitness. Again, match fitness, not the best, but I did leave that to my assistant manager to handle the friendlies and obviously arrange them. And you're probably going to look at the role abilities and they look really low, but yeah, we're training players to play a new formation, and a few of you guys suggested for me to play a more attacking formation, kind of go with the philosophy that we can try and score more than you. And also something I cannot forget, sometimes I do, when I have so much to talk about, set piece. I usually wait before the start of a new season to do this, and then we'll go Sam Walker. He's our best corner taker, so we'll put him in, and then also Danny Ratchie, we'll put him, and then Mata. So every time we're going to say Mata, you think one Mata. But anyway, Sam Inhan, right back, probably not. We'll add Jack Phillips there, and I guess Rico Gomez for when he does, in fact, play. And also free kick takers, I'm going to keep Ryan Austin, even though Sam Walker technically better, but Ryan Austin, we're actually training his free kicks because he's got the shooter power, hits free kicks with power, and he scored one really good one last season. You might think, it's just one free kick, but I don't really see too many free kicks scored. So a guy who hits them with power is generally, one who can hopefully score anyway, but then we'll put Sam Walker, and then also Danny Ratchie, who's definitely going to play a role this season because we are playing with attacking midfielder. Danny Ratchie can play attacking midfield, so very important. Then also maybe I'll add, Mata into the free kicks. I'll leave that for now. Maybe I'll add, some later. And throw-ins, I'll just sort like Ed Harris, he's got 12 for the long throw, so I'll put him. And then Dan Ball, but because he can play left back and right back, we'll put him on both sides, because maybe sometimes he will play right back, we don't know. Minahan we'll put on the right side because he'll definitely be playing left back. Oh, he won't be playing left back. He'll be playing on the right side, of course, so we'll leave him there. And Andrew Fox on the left, so we just add a few options in there. Then also the penalty takers as well. We'll get rid of those and we'll see who's the best options. Ooh, interesting. Melbourne or Linfield. Any of our new signings is not really, we've got Rainey, but then again, finishing really poor. So, it's kind of the old guys. Craig Linfield, 13 penalties. If it was 12, maybe I would have put Melbourne ahead because, 6 composure, but 13 penalties, pretty good, I think. And then Melbourne, and then we're going to... I'd almost want to put Brooksby Brooksby ahead of Rainey or Minahan because, yeah, they have lower finishing. But then I'll put them in because they're the next best actual Peno takers. And then Sean O'Neill, who's a young player. And captains. These are I'll take off the stand-ins, and as you can see, Ben Clark, also a new signing we made, experience, and he's the vice captain. So then we'll bring Ed Harris, and then Jack Phillips and Tom Brown, some of the older guys, not actually by age, like Jack Phillips and Tom Brown, but have been at the club for a few seasons now. So now we can go back, and this is going to be the team, I think. This will be the best team we go in with. There's a few other players we could change, though, like Sam Walker. He's supposed to be the captain, so I really want to leave him in. But see, this is going to be the lying problem. Jack Phillips can actually play attacking midfield, so we're going to try him there. We're going to rotate the team a little bit more. Tom Brown is going to come in as well. Sam Walker, ball-winning midfield. Yeah, I thought we were going to play him there, actually. There we go. So usually I have my team set up before I just record this part. So now you're just seeing all the changes I'm making. Yeah, O'Driscoll's injured. So wait, what we're changing here? Central midfielder. Yeah, Tom Brown will bring in Ryan Rainey as well. He's technically our best rated. So we're making a lot of changes. Sean O'Neill, he is. Oh, I want him on the bench. I think I'll take off Tom Brown. Stuart Kerr. I'm thinking here. Joe Kearns. We'll bring in Joe Kearns for Stuart Kerr, actually. Just want someone who could play that centre-back role, because Linfield could actually play right-back if needed. So, we've got Simpson in there, Ed Harris. Just want to see the best, Ed Harris and Simpson, the two best centre-backs in the team. We've got Kearns on the bench, Minahan right-back, Andrew Fox. We've got Jack Phillips. I just want to see Ryan Rainey, central midfielder, compare. Yeah, Sam Walker, who's playing the ball-winning midfielder. Wayne Brooksby, again, you look at those role abilities, really low. Matty Wolfenden, we're actually training him there, but James Catton will come. He's got to come in. Really, it's a big one to. It would be a big one to leave Collins out completely. I'm going to leave Wolfenden. It's a big decision. Actually, I'm going to take Linfield out completely, and I'll bring Wolfenden, because he can play. Actually, we're training him at left wing, like the inside forward, because Wolfenden, he can play all those attacking positions. So he's going to be a very important player this season, Wolfenden, because of that. So I think. But then we don't have a central midfielder. So this is. Maybe Sean O'Neill actually has to drop out. And Tom Brown, as we would probably need a more defensive, like he plays that ball in the midfield. So Sean O'Neill actually not going to make it. So yeah, a lot of changes. We do have a bigger squad. Okay, yeah, this is the team we're going in with. We play on the attacking mentality, just so you know. Instructions. Not too many instructions as well, just as you can see there. Run defense, run from positions on. Shorter passing, be more disciplined, pump the ball into the box. Those options are not on. That's what I'm talking about there. Yeah, they're not selected, just so you know they're red. So yeah, you have those. That's just with the game we're playing. We're playing on attack, with run at defense and roam from positions. Time wasting on rarely, balanced with sometimes closing down and normal. But again, also we're on flexible, the team shape. But I'm probably going to have to make some changes. Those were just the initial options I selected to play this attacking brand of football. As a lot of you guys suggested, go for the mentality of scoring more than the opposition, score more than you can, that kind of philosophy, and hopefully we can in fact do so. So we'll finally take the step. Henry Collins ahead of. I still think Anthony Malbon has great attributes. His attributes overall are higher, no doubt, than Henry Collins. So I want to stick with him. Had a pre-season with us now, so hopefully, that can show through. Okay, come on, let's go in. This is a big result, or this will be a big result if we can start with a victory. Of course, we're not the favourites here, but I'm going to see how we go. They're playing a very interesting formation as well. 5 at the back, as you can see, 5 at the back formation. So I guess we might as well go attacking against this lot. Okay, we've got to see. The assistant manager doesn't feel confident. But see, these players, we look at these players, they don't look better than our players we have. But Asante, he's been a good striker. Last season, I remember him. He scored a lot. So we'll tight mark him, show on to weaker foot. I remember him most definitely, and that's all. They're not really playing with the wingers, but even though I reckon we'll close down their wing backs, because if they're gonna have any wide play at all, any wing play at all, surely they're gonna be the ones facilitating that role, obviously getting forward. So we'll go passionately or assertively maybe, or it's a big choice. For like the first talk of the season, I like to show passion. That is me. So I'm going to say, come on, lads, show me what you can do. We'll do that. And then calmly, we'll say there's a lot more to come from you, which is definitely something true. I want to see a bit more from this team. I want to be that dominant team. You know what I mean? I want to be that dominant team. Oh, interesting. This season, they have the big pitch. I thought we were never going to have this again. But they have that long pitch. That long pitch. Very interesting, because I've changed it. As you should see when we go into a home game for us. I thought we would never see this again. But anyway, hopefully we have experience from last season. That's a thing, Brooksby. Come on, Brooksby. Melbourne, we could be on. Ooh, good chance early. This is good signs. Most definitely. We created early chance. Look at the possession stats as well. We started the game and started the season very, very well. They've got a long throw here. Oh, we've got to be careful. No! Oh my God. Why do we have to start the season like this? Why do we have to start the season like this, giving away a penalty? It's Franklin to step up. Maybe Alex Baird, the Australian, who did come along a lot last season. He guessed the right way, but could not save. All that build-up. And you should have seen the other day when I did those transfers. Again, spent a lot of hours on it, finding the best players. And I'm pretty sure it happened last season as well. I just remember conceding a stupid goal. I can't remember if it was a penalty or not. But it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you. And it's a big disappointment. But hopefully we can get it back. You can tell already. We're pushing a lot more forward in Melbourne. That's what we want to see. Equalising more or less right away. And that's his first goal of the season. He's most definitely capable of having a big goal season. Maybe, 20-goal season. Maybe. Could be asking for a bit much. And also I think with Phillips, of course, we have a few options of playing that attacking midfield position, but more than a central midfielder, he'll be more involved. And because of his ability, maybe we should use him in that role. We have to be careful here. Asante. See, this is going to be the problem. Of course, Baird did well to save that, but you guys have suggested for me to play this way. But that means, both teams are going to have chances. So we are going to concede goals this season, of course. Probably not going to have many clean sheets, but I'd like to think we'll score quite a few goals. And we do look dangerous so far. And again, we would be winning this game so far if it wasn't for that early penalty we did give away. We haven't had a clear-cut chance, though, but we've had more actual chances. So we'll say assertively, though, or I'll say unlucky. That penalty, very unlucky. I wouldn't want to say it's my players' fault. It's just one of those things that happen in Football Manager. And then I'll just say assertively as well, there's a lot more to come from you. There we go. There's a lot more to come from you. Believe we've got what it takes. Anthony Melbourne already has got a good reaction, so I won't need to mess with that. And hopefully he can come on and score. But we have the experience from last season with playing on this kind of pitch in terms of the length of it and being narrow. So maybe that could play in our favour going into, well, more than it would anyway. Maybe they'll be used to it. But I'm pretty sure I didn't experience playing them last season. But anyway, come on. I really want a victory. Even though it's away from home, a draw probably would be acceptable. I want to start with a victory. I want to be one of those teams that wins a lot, but it's Heather, please. I don't want this. I don't want this. Oh. Why? What are you doing? He's not even looking at the ball, Simpson. He ran past him. Oh, no way. No way. We're playing like we were in previous seasons, but with better players. Surely you'd have to agree we do have better players now, but oh no, we're going to bring Wolfenden again, a lot of these players have to become a bit more accomplished in these roles, and we are training them. It's not suitable, everything like that, but this is going to be, a way we have to play. I'm just thinking here. Sam Walker, we're going to have to take off, and Tom Brown, we have to make changes. We'll make the couple right here. I really want to stick. I want to stick with the instructions and everything like that for a full game. And not be so hesitant, or not hesitant, actually, the opposite to that. To be changing everything, like to feel I need to change. I want to see a full game. I don't think we've been terrible again. We've had actually double shots on target, but they've got a long throw in here, and they score from it. Again, don't have the energy to overreact, really. No point. But because you don't know, man. I had such high expectations for this season. I know it's only the first game, but conceding goals from penalties and long throw-ins, I know we did concede from them, but they should be easily preventable, really. And you take away those 2 goals, would be sitting on a draw at the minutes. But again, that's the way the game goes. Henry Collins, Melbourne, is going to come off. And again, maybe because, players still need... I'm disappointed in our assistant manager. We didn't... I thought we might have had a couple more preseason games, because you can see our match fitness is... Maybe that's showing in giving away a penalty and conceding from a long throw. And I haven't even seen long throws being relevant. We're still on attacking. Maybe, we'll go late here. We'll go overload, take more risks, and we'll go tempo higher, everything like that. And defensive line... again, might as well go high. Now we'll go pump the ball into the box, shoot on sight, and hit early crosses. Going for the jugular right now. Go route 1. And we'll see if it can, prompt anything at all. But this is a very disappointing start. I was so excited. Nothing is more depleting than that. This is probably, again, I probably said it before with this, last season as well. I've had... the best transfer not the best transfer window. I felt I did really well. I think it was with Ingolstadt, actually. Yeah, that's what it was. Not with FC United, where I felt I did really well with the money I had. And this is not... See, this is what happens. If you want me to create a tactic that is a score more than you tactic, but the problem is, there's a good chance they're going to score more than us if we want to maintain this for a whole season, especially when we're playing away from home. So I'm trying to listen to you guys, but I wouldn't say this has been... It's going to be a terrible game, but we conceded from a long throw and a penalty. I keep on focusing on that, don't I? But it's another penalty. See, because I've experienced so much before, I'm not really getting mad about it. I'm just taking it on the chin. And Heather... we'll watch as he's going to step up, and he scores. Looks like a Premier League quality player with that kind of penalty, if I'm honest. And 4-1. This is not going to be very good for the morale. And I want you to know my kind of mindset right now. I'm just in the mood. Maybe the last couple of weeks when I progressed through this series, I've just been interested in playing the games. I haven't been really concerned, and like a lot of you guys have suggested, from your point of view, you don't really care if I get promoted or not. And that's how I almost feel. We have a chance there. I just like playing through this but I've already seen in comments people saying I'm bad at lower league management because I haven't gotten promoted in a couple seasons with a team that's just expected to avoid relegation. Oh yeah, I must be bad at the game. That's no doubt. Yeah, if I can't get promoted with a team that's expected to avoid relegation, that's a no-brainer. But anyway, I'm just going to say I'm not happy with the performance. And we're going to push on. But, I'm being frustrated. So please don't take too much of what I'm saying here, because I'm really, really frustrated. I'm really frustrated because that was an amazing transfer window. I brought in amazing players, but they did not show that. And technically, we did have one more shot on target. See, I always like to focus on the positives. And that's just the way it is. It's not taking away from my opponent. I just want to take the positives out, as I don't like focusing on negatives. You don't get anything out of that. So hopefully we can take some kind of positive from this game. I'm not sure if we can, though. So yeah, guys, this is the end of the episode now. You can see, obviously, what happened. It was like a big build-up. This was a, pretty decent episode in terms of length and building up to this season with my transfers and really hyping up my team. Not really hyping up, but yeah, showing you we're improving our training facilities as well. Everything looks good, but then we show up with a performance like that, hopefully at home. But again, I don't want it to be that season, again, where we'll lose at home, then we'll win at home. It will just be the same. We'll end up finishing mid-table. Maybe, we finish 7th in the first season, and then 13th, a bit more disappointing last season, but maybe we'll finish somewhere in between, like a 10th. So that's exactly what I mentioned. I'm not going to be expecting to get promotion. I said these players are probably capable of getting promotion, but I'm not going to expect that. I'm just going to enjoy playing the game. And because I've been playing it more off camera, I've been enjoying the game more. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving it because I'm playing more off camera and I'm not like commentating over every single game. I'm just loving, progressing through because I'm still achieving my expectations. Regardless of what some people think, I'm still achieving my expectations. And to me, that's doing well, in my opinion. I think expecting to get promoted with a team, don't forget. I think some people are misled because a lot of people expect you to eventually get to the Premier League. But you cannot forget what FC United, they got promoted to this division we are in just a couple seasons ago. Well, in real life, last season, if we're talking about real life, and they were in that league, which is obviously below. So you got to put that in perspective. You can't expect us to be getting to the next division and then suddenly in League 2 as well. Yeah, I just want you to gauge the expectations of the actual team FC United is. We're not a team that's expecting to get promoted just yet. A lot has to be improved. So hopefully, you can keep that in mind. But drop a like if you'd like to see more of this series, and I'll see you guys in the very next episode.